Hi everybody, I'm Miss Levinson. I teach 7th and 8th grade art at Springer Middle School. Welcome to art in 2021. This is my 24th year teaching. This is the first time for open house I have introduced myself to my families in this way. So hi, here we are. I am making this video because I have realized in the last 4 weeks that I am not fantastic at thinking and speaking and letting people into a Zoom and reading all of the things on a chat. I get distracted. So, in case you are unable to attend open house, or in case you have all kinds of things happening in your house too, or the Zoom fails, or the Schoology isn't working, or whatever possibly could happen, none of those things will happen. I'm making this video because I think art is going to be a little different than your other classes, and you might be interested in what's going on. So here we are. Let's just start out with attendance. Yes, I expect people to be in class on time. Shocker, right? The Zoom or the Borderless Classroom or whatever platform we're using, it does take a few minutes to let everybody in. So yes, on time, yes, a 5-minute buffer. Usually after 5 minutes, I'm going to start class. So please encourage everybody to get here on time. If they're a little late, clearly I will let them in and I will try to catch them up. But they may have to wait a few minutes so I don't interrupt what I'm doing and lose my train of thought in the meantime. So that is attendance. When you come in, you should have your camera on so that I can wave at you. I love the wave at you. I've been trying to put a little music on. Sometimes I get like the head bobs in the thing. It's kind of fun. But after I've seen you and you've come in the room and your camera is on, the district expects that the camera be on the entire time, which is great and reasonable. And yet, I also understand that this camera takes up a whole lot of Wi-Fi. And most likely, that student is not the only person in the house using the Wi-Fi. So if the Wi-Fi is getting clogged and getting the kid kicked off of my Zoom and then they cannot hear what I'm saying, I say, shut the camera down. So that way you can still participate and hear, but your Wi-Fi doesn't get interrupted and you can get your work done, right? So I would like to use a little bit of logic along with the rules. I know that's going rogue, but I'm telling you right now, that's my policy and I tell the kids. So I like them to pop their hands up once in a while and show their face on the camera once in a while. But if they're having issues, I understand. We're working together here, right? Then I'm giving instructions. I'm sitting there. I'm asking for communication. Sometimes this is what is lacking on the Zoom remote learning calls. I am asking continually for questions. I know that kids don't want to put out a question verbally a lot of times because everybody in the class can hear, whereas if we're in a classroom, sometimes they can just ask me on the side and don't feel embarrassed. So I encourage them to write me messages in the chat. I encourage them to send me messages through Schoology. I encourage them to text me through my Google phone number because I can get messages that way, and you can text it too. It is on the Schoology webpage. So all of those things are ways to communicate with me while we are on this Zoom lesson, whatever it is that we're doing. Now, that being said, before March, we used to do all kinds of things with our hands. We would make things and move around and all that kind of stuff. And I would like to continue that tradition here in 7th and 8th grade art. So sometimes I am going to present my lesson and then say to the kids, go do it. And going and doing it may mean that they need to leave the room. I know, it's wild and crazy. So they may not be chained to the computer during my class at every second of the day that they are scheduled to be in my class. I know, I know. So if you see a kid running around your kitchen looking for mustard, it may be that they're in art class. If you see your kid out in the backyard digging up rocks, that also may be for art class. Know that they are doing what they are supposed to be doing. at the end of the class time, I do expect that they come back to class. So I let them know the last 10 minutes, you need to come back to the Zoom. I need to see your face again. I need for you to be submitting work. And all of those things will count you as being in attendance for class for the day. I've worked this out with administration. They're cool with it. I've worked it out with the students. They seem to be doing a fantastic, truly fantastic job at obeying these rules. But I wanted you to understand that, yes, this is okay, that the kids are off beyond their computer and then coming back and submitting work, usually through a photograph from me. The one area that I am a little concerned about is Wednesday work. I'm not having full participation on Wednesdays, so please realize that on those asynchronous Wednesdays, whether it's an A day or a B day, and I too have to check the calendar for that whenever that happens, they do have artwork lessons. Now, I realize that, you know, art is not really like a real class, but it really is a real class. So I do post lessons like I'm supposed to, and I do expect that they do the work. They're usually some kind of little video like this of me talking so that they don't have to do a lot of reading, and then a little activity for them to do so that we get some work done and we are moving forward in our education, which is why we're here. If they are here on Zoom, I do try to give them opportunities for breakout rooms, and I do try to show them lots of videos of artists that they are unfamiliar with. Because of this way that we are working now, I think that my goal is to really expand their minds in a way that they have not seen art before. So my very favorite kinds of art are the kinds that blow my mind away, that I had no idea that art could even be made in that way, with things on the outside or things that are just found around the house. Those are my favorite kinds of art. So I'm hoping to expand their minds to understand that this is as cool as, you know, a Van Gogh hanging on the wall. It's just a different take in a different year for a different time, and a new way of presenting creativity to the world. So there we go. I am not necessarily a pioneer of technology, so yes, we're going to do some things on this computer, but as I'm saying to you, I'm a fan of doing things the old school way as well. I will learn eventually, but I like everybody else to figure it out first, and I'll figure it out later. I have other things to concern myself with. So, attendance is important. Getting your schoolwork in is important. If parents, you need to check the Schoology for grades, that's a good place to do it. Also, in the regular school grade book, the hack, the grades will be in there. If anybody has a 0 or a low grade in art, please, please, please encourage them to go back and do the work. I don't care about late grades. I am happy to regrade things. I am happy to give suggestions on how to make things better. I want everybody to do well. The last thing that we need during this time is to be discouraged. They are capable. They can do everything that I'm asking them to do. If we need to talk to me, then talk to me. Come back to the Zoom. I am sitting there waiting for you, okay? Everyone, it was so nice that you watched my video. Thank you so much. If I will see you at open house, I will be happy to answer any kind of questions that I'm capable of answering then. If not, I hope that everyone is well, and please, please, please don't hesitate to ask questions. You know how to find me. I'm around. Bye.